home sweet home for today. Wow. Oh my goodness.
So high, I don't know. Wow. Oh no, man. Wow.
Wow, すごい.
So high ですよ。I don't like so high.
Don't whine. I'll spank you. There is no limit to your creative power. The most horrible problem will be resolved if you will but conceive a solution in your mind's eye. Anyone can do it. It doesn't take an Einstein to imagine a problem is resolved. Do not limit your creative power by determining the ways and means for it to come about. For imagination has at its disposal ways that are past finding out. Do not be concerned as to how, when, or where, only the end. If you are in debt, what is the solution? That you win the lottery, or an uncle dies and leaves you his fortune? No. The end is that you are debt-free. How would you feel if all your bills were paid? Assume that feeling and let imagination harden that feeling into a fact. Every problem has a solution. From Neville's lecture, Divine Signs. So Neville is teaching you, there is nothing impossible. For every problem also contains the solution. If you're hungry, the solution is food. If you're imprisoned, the solution is to be free. Whatever it is you find are your problems, start to focus on the solution of those problems. And sometimes it's very powerful to find the kingpin. What is the biggest problem and what is the biggest solution that will take care of all the little problems? And Neville says, don't worry about the how. It's not to say that people don't and sometimes get what they want. But for many who continue to struggle, they might think a certain way is the best way, when really it might be a totally different way. So in that case, it's always better to let go of the how. Just go right to the end. If your problem was resolved, how would you feel? You want to learn to marinate in that feeling, and you can always come back to that feeling by asking such a simple question. And learn to make it a habit to feel good feelings, because they're planting seeds, and persisted they will crystallize. Let your intentional imaginings drown out all the unintentional negative seeds that are planted. And remember, many people have spent many years not aware of their thoughts. For many, negative thinking as well as immersion in negative things have become a way of life, a habit. So give yourself time to assimilate these teachings, to pave a new way in your heart and soul's highway.
フレーバーが3種類ございまして、チョコレート、あと
I decided to get the tuna with the olive sauce. Although I'm not sure what is that. What's that, Toshi? I hope it's olives. Tuna. Raw tuna. I think it's olives. Round 2 dessert. This looks like pudding. Pudding, kind of with a soft caramel sauce. Oh, this is delicious, Toshi. About 95? We're at the top. Huh?
right.
It's about $8 each. Wow. 키스して. One day we'll be traveling in space like this. This will be our automobile flying through space. There you are, darling. There are your road dams. Very dark. Wow, should we get on this side?
Yeah.
Wow, all these places I visited with Google, now I'm actually here. What? Oh my god, that's big stairs, honey. Is there an escalator or elevator? Kawaii desu ne. That's a big statue. That's Ultraman?
Ultraman.
Ultraman. He fights aliens?
Yeah.
Aliens are bad thoughts.
Yeah, but they fight bad. He fights.
Yes! Toshi! Toshi! That mall is part of our hotel. What a bedroom view. In closing, Neville says, "There is nothing impossible to God, and God is crucified on you as your own wonderful human imagination. There never was another, and there never will be another God, and all things are possible to Him. If you can imagine the end, knowing all things are possible to imagination, and remain faithful to that assumption as though it were true, imagination will harden into fact." And it's true what Neville says. If imagining creates reality, isn't it possible to imagine anything you like? Except for developing the imagination in the beginning, where sometimes you will imagine for something simple, like a rose, a free coffee, a free lunch, or someone you know to say something specific to you. And also as the imagining skills are developed, imagining for another, to keep your imagining skills sharp. And when you bless another in imagination, the blessing often comes back to you. But beyond that, imagine for what you truly want, because when you truly want something, you're more likely to stick to it, to persist and see it out. And if you have not yet built the skill enough to have enough successes and thus build your faith, conviction, you have to be willing to give this practice and time, just like any skill. I ended up getting a soy burger. I wanted a beef burger. Hubby, I don't know how you made a mistake. It's amazing food can get people upset. If you eat meat, or if you eat not meat burger, people can get upset. I wonder what that represents in the depths of consciousness, what conflicts being mirrored. Not bad, but bland. So what problem or problems are you facing? And if you were to keep this simple, what would be the solution be? Don't worry about all the middle stuff. And take that solution. Ask yourself, how would you feel if that solution was already so? That feeling. Revisit it throughout your day, even just for a few seconds. Just ask yourself the simple question. And especially Neville was big. Take this mood into sleep. One reason so many people fail is because it's too simple. It's so simple it's easy to dismiss and to not do it. 2, when we're used to making so much effort on the outside and believe in secondary causes, it's such a paradigm switch to really believe that imagining creates reality. And 3, simply getting into the habit of it. So much of us go through our day doing this or that, and we want to continue with what's familiar, go right to sleep. And so to establish a new habit that goes against a lot of what people have grown up with, it requires some initial effort and discipline. But you've come this far, you're listening to this, so you have it within you. Sometimes we just need constant reminders until the habit takes on its own life. And then you won't need this anymore. You won't need anything on the outside.
Some kind of plaza. Hershey, jump up. Can you? Okay. No. And then it has like salads. We got a crab salad, pasta, macaroni and cheese, carne, some taco. Around $45 USD.
And now, let us go into the silence.
This is my first time riding reserved Shinkansen.
day hasn't totally ended. We got eki bento for dinner now that we're home. All wood in the box. Don't want yours warmed. Yours looks lovely too. A nice, also wooden box. Shumai.
Oh, this you need this.
Oh, they already gave sauce. Oh, I usually put it in there. And mustard. Much easier with a real spoon. What's
Cherry, right?
Yeah, what's in the middle? An apricot.
That I think it's a peach.
No, it's an apricot.
Oh, apple.